Since 2006, Rick and Marty Lagina and their partners have been exploring Oak Island in an effort to find a unique treasure. They have also researched the work of treasurers. They were preceded by hunters such as Gilbert Hedon, who excavated the Hedon shaft in the 1930s. Hedon thought he was digging in the money pit, and they thought that by precisely pinpointing the shaft, excavating, and identifying the corners, they would find another clue that would help them locate the money pit. The Freemasons, who have taken part in attempts to solve the Oak Island mystery, are among the most fascinating groups interested in it. Freemasonry's beginnings can be traced to Europe in the 17th century, when brilliant thinkers and intellectuals established a covert organization to seek spiritual enlightenment. The Freemasons were a highly ritualistic group dedicated to improving men's lives, and they concealed their secrets through esoteric symbolism. Instead of merely vanishing from society, the Knights Templar, an old and covert institution, transformed into Freemasonry. Like the Freemasons who came before him, Gilbert Hedon may have fled to Oak Island because he was certain that Templar treasure was hidden there. One clue can be found in the actions Gilbert Hedon took when he concluded his search there in 1938. He never lost hope that something was buried there, but he ran into financial difficulties in his personal life that prevented him from continuing the hunt. At that time, he leased out his right to hunt for treasure to Professor Irwin Hamilton, a brother Mason who was probably aware of the lost treasure of the Knights Templar. Some researchers point to Hamilton's communications with another well-known Freemason who also had a keen interest in Oak Island. Overall, the mystery of Oak Island is still being investigated by researchers and Freemasons. The mystery surrounding Gilbert Hedon's discovery of the treasure of the Knights Temple is being intensively investigated by the Oak Island team. Since rediscovering the Hedon shaft, which they believe to be near the original money pit, Irwin Hamilton and Franklin Roosevelt's team have carried out additional excavations in the area. In 2020, they discovered an interesting artifact, a hand-forged rosehead spike that may have been made before the 1700s. This finding suggests that humans were engaged in some sort of activity long ago. The spike was noteworthy and deep in the money pit as well, since it resembled the mysterious artifacts in that it seemed to be encased in cement. The Oak Island team decided that they would have to continue digging close to the head and shaft after discovering something in 1897 that inspired Gilbert Hedon to dig in the same location. The team's objective is to locate D11, the center of the money pit, which is outside the Hedon shaft. 3 wells near this potential con location have tested for valuable metals through water testing. Craig's brother will stick with the money pit until he discovers the treasure because he is also interested in it. As a human being and participant in the quest for answers on Oak Island, Gilbert Hedon was immensely creative in his methods and was captivated by the idea that every action a person took may contribute to the mystery's resolution. HDN thought that each shovelful, bucketful, and metal detector ping was a step that would help unravel the enigma. Gary's nephew Alex is a master in metal detection. In the northern part of the swamp, Gary Drayton and Billy Gart are getting ready to start excavating near the enigmatic cobblestone road. They are near the coast and are aware that there has been a lot of activity there. They discover a log embedded north-south, large timbers running east-west, and rocks on top of one another. Dr. Spooner, who examined the paved area, stated that this is not typical in nature. Rick, his nephew Alex, and Drayton think that the answers in the swamp will confirm that this may have been a multi-generational attempt to hide something on Oak Island. Rick is excited for Tom to investigate the enigmatic wood and stone feature that was discovered only a day ago. The log, which is at least 14 feet long and rests beneath a massive root structure, given how much work it takes to bring those large logs out here and the fascinating rocks in a row beneath Billy, Tom thinks it was most likely not done by them or their father. The first log that was discovered is well made and consists of 2 parts, platform logs that sit on top of the carry logs and carry logs that support the structure. Many of these logs are running in this direction, and there is another one there. The purpose of the purposeful layer of stones that Alex saw at the bottom of the dig is unknown, although it would be quite heavy. Elle finds it strange, but they now have enough for Dr. Spooner to provide a thorough assessment. They intend to invite Dr. Spooner in and collect organic samples that may be traced back in time to ascertain precisely what transpired here. In brief, the plot centers on Rick, his nephew Alex, Gary Drayton, a metal detection specialist, and Billy Gart, who are searching for clues regarding a mysterious cobblestone pathway in the swamp. They are eager to find out more about the enigmatic structure and the possible solutions it may contain. Because of its uncanny resemblance to the Masonic symbol known as the all-seeing eye, the Oak Island team named the mysterious circular formation they found in the triangle-shaped swamp the Eye of the Swamp. This is the first time they have ever found anything that points directly to the eye in a structure. The cores of Dr. Spooner reveal industrial activity. After examining biological materials, the team returning in 2019 looked into a puzzling circular formation in the triangle-shaped swamp and found a man-made formation of boulders they called the Eye of the Swamp. In the feature, Dr. Spooner gave the crew startling information regarding its probable creation date, which is thought to be between 1680 and 1700. After discovering iron tools in the round feature on Lot 5 that have been scientifically linked to William Phipps's birthplace, the team is now looking into the theory that the 17th century English politician and treasure hunter Sir William Phipps and his Masonic associate Captain Andrew Belcher buried a huge amount of treasure in the money pit. The group intends to provide these logs for dating. Some of these logs are big enough that the entire region appears to have a purpose since, if it were 1680 or later, crossing a bog would require a platform from which to work. An FIPS connection could be one of the hypotheses. The team is committed to finding more metals and continuing to pull down this line. In order to investigate the mystery of the Eye of the Swamp and the possible relationship between the two artificial features, Bobby Dazzler's and Top Pocket finds on a treasure hunt in Lot 5, which is on the western side of the island, Gary Drayton and Jack Begley are looking for clues in more than 10 tons of spoils that were recently taken from the nearby stone foundation. They discover an old button that they think is a banging signal in the area, where they have discovered numerous other artifacts. Gary is thrilled about the discovery of a hammered piece of silver, which they think may be a clue to what is happening on Lot 5. Gary is also excited about finding this old ammunition and hopes to find older artifacts that directly tie to who was present. Another button they find is a lead ball, which they believe is a piece of armament. When it returns to the lab, it will be tested and calibrated. The age of the coin and its possible affiliation with the original developer of the feature on Lot 5 might be ascertained if archaeologist Helen Sheldon is right, when she says that this piece suggests that there is some sort of treasure business occurring on Lot 5. Although Gary acknowledges that the silver coin has that appearance, they intend to return it so Emma can scan it to verify its validity and determine its age. Gary Drayton and Jack Begley are on a treasure hunt in Lot 5, which is on the western side of the island. They are looking through more than 10 tons of spoils that were recently removed from the stone foundation for clues. And they find a number of buttons, a lead ball, and a Bobby Dazzler that they think might be related to the treasure business taking place on Lot 5. The team is working on a project to locate the original money pit, a location where soldiers were known to be bored in trenches and chisels and musket balls. They have been finding small artifacts like a silver artifact and a lead ball that they think are modern. Because of their arco-metallist, Emma Culligan has used an X-ray fluorescence instrument to scan these artifacts with a high aluminum concentration in order to ascertain their chemical makeup. The lead ball, on the other hand, is more intriguing because of its oddly pitted appearance and the fact that it has been used for something else. The hammered silver is modern because of its high aluminum content, but it still has a fascination that makes it sparkle. According to Emma, this Lot 5 characteristic predates the current artifact recovery by a significant amount. The team has gathered a diverse range of findings, many of which are distinct and unusual, possibly dating back to 1700. The scallop disc, which is thought to be quite old, is among the earliest discoveries. The starburst button is another item that predates the 18th century and merits more study. The lead-shot scalloped lead barter token and button with a starburst design, two discoveries the team is making that date back before the 1800s, may be important hints that they are getting closer to figuring out who made the rounded foundation on Lot 5 and possibly the original money P. The possibility that these findings will aid in unraveling the mystery surrounding the original money pit excites Rick and the team, who intend to go on excavating and locating further relics in the hopes of gaining more insight into the sites and the original money pit's beginnings.